Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Game from Scratch, and today we are going to talk about Roblox. Now, that's one of those things I actually never thought I'd say on this damn channel, even though, to be honest, Roblox is one of those topics I've thought about covering many times in the past, because it has all kinds of things to do with the world of game development, but today we were talking about it because Roblox is about to go public. Now, this just happened with the Unity game engine. They went public. They are now valued at something like $20 billion after their share values went up, and Roblox is looking to do the same. Now, if you've never heard of Roblox before, first off, what cave are you in? Although I do have to admit, I've never actually played Roblox, just like I've never watched Jurassic Park. But it's one of those things that everybody else in this world, especially if you have a kid, say, under the age of, say, 14, yeah, they've played Roblox, most likely. So it is the #2 game on the App Store in the adventure category. It's also on the Google Play Store, where it is, let's say, 16 million reviews there. Yeah, there's a lot of installs of Roblox out of there. And then on top of that, it is also on the consoles out there. It's also on Windows. So if you're interested in picking up Roblox, Roblox is available for your platform of choice, most likely. And it's going public. So really, Roblox themselves made an announcement on their own website earlier today. By the way, happy Thanksgiving to my fellow Canucks. To Americans, that makes no sense. Thanksgiving is in October for Canadians, by the way. So today is a holiday in Canada. But obviously not in the States because we have this filing, Roblox being an American company after all. Announced today that it has previously submitted a draft registration statement on a confidential basis to the U.S. SEC's. The Securities and Exchange Commission is the people behind all the stocks. If you commit stock fraud, it's the SEC that comes after you. But if you want to go public, well, the SEC is there as well. And basically, they just announced that they had previously submitted an anonymous and now no longer quite so anonymous application to go public. A little bit more detail here, going from Market Watch. Don't worry, this doesn't get too technical from a perspective side of things. Oh, Cayman Islands, you look so good right now. Anyways, they disclosed Monday morning that it submitted confidential paperwork with the SEC pertaining to potential initial public offering. Roblox hosts child-friendly games focused on digital characters resembling Lego and has increased in popularity during COVID-19 pandemic, like many other video games. They announced in July that it had over 150 million active users, topping the latest numbers from Minecraft, which says it has 126 million people. I believe Microsoft paid something like $4.5 billion for Minecraft. So today's valuation doesn't seem that quite insane if you look at it that way. Roblox also, and here's where the developer side of things comes in, Roblox offers tools for developers and said in July that its developer community was on pace to earn $250 million in 2020. That's right, Roblox developers. That's not Roblox themselves. It's people developing on the Roblox platform have made $250 million in 2020, or on schedule to make that much money. That's absolutely insane. Like, that's a yeah, so if you want to slice of that Roblox pie, there is a lot of money to be made out there as an indie developer. Games on the Roblox platform include Adopt Me, a virtual pet title that has over 10 billion plays as of July. Piggy, which launched in January, has nearly 5 billion visits in just over 6 months. Strong year for IPOs, blah, 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 blah. Now, there is something interesting in this particular IPO. Now we're over on Reuters, and they're actually talking about it. They're currently valued at $4 billion. The way that valuation is established is basically that is the amount of shares private investors got based off the amount of money they gave them. So they're going to look to double that valuation here. But the way that they're going public is going to be a little bit interesting. Blah, 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 the spending is big. Roblox is weighing whether to go public through a traditional IPO, which basically says, all right, we're going to go public. We want $40 a share, and then all of the bank's cronies and hedge funds and all that buy in really early. They make all kinds of money, and then, you know, people like you or I can buy it a week or two down the road for after it's automatically been inflated and Wall Street has made its money. But the other option that they're taking here, and this is something that almost never happens, like literally almost never happens, is a direct listing. They haven't decided what they're going to do yet. A direct listing, no new shares are sold, and underwriting banks do not weigh in on the pricing. So the banks stay the hell out of it. By not selling new shares, companies do not dilute the ownership stake of existing shareholders, and the public listing allows current investors to sell shares easily. So basically what they do is they say, all right, we own, say, 50%. The companies that, you know, angel investments or early stage capital investments that put in, they own the other 50%. We want $45 a share. But instead of releasing new shares in the company to increase the valuation, it comes from the same common pool. And then people are basically buying, you're essentially buying it from the Roblox team, or from the capital funds or venture capitalists that all funded Roblox to get where it is. It'd be interesting to see which approach they take. This happens so rarely. Workplace software, Asana Inc. and data analytics company Plantar Technologies on Wednesday became only the third and fourth companies to go public on the New York Stock Exchange through a direct listing. So this would make them the fifth company ever to do this. So that's kind of interesting here. Was founded in 2004. Listing would come after it raised $150 million. So there's where that valuation thing comes in. Someone gave them $150 million as if the company was worth a total of $4 billion. That was led by venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz. So they now have, 150 million of so 4 billion divided by 150 million percentage of shares. What is that, about 4%? So they could offer up their 4% of ownership at whatever the share price is if they go through the direct auction way of doing things. 115 million active users, 1.15 billion hours of monthly engagement, hosts a bunch of different games, mobile and consoles. They have a freemium model. Public listing would follow that of Unity, which we covered off earlier on, which rose by over 60% after going public, which, by the way, puts Unity ahead of Unreal Engine in total valuation right now, just because of what the shares actually did. So yeah, that is that. Now, if you're interested from a developer side of things and learning a little bit more about Roblox, I will link this in the linked article down below. They do have a developer portal. You can learn about it right here at developer.roblox.com. In all honesty, I've actually kind of considered covering Roblox, but I figured so many people know this so much better than me, and I couldn't think of any way to really fit it into the channel. But it is a way for small to indie developers to split. There's $250 million being earned in the world of Roblox. Now, in case you're wondering what it's all about, well, at its core, you use the Lua programming language to make things work, and you can jump in and take a look at the code behind it. We got some good breakdowns of how to work in Roblox Studio, etc. It's one of those things I actually should download, take a look at, see what I think of it. Let me know if you guys are interested in some Roblox, even just like a hands-on video. I'm not going to get into it. There's got to be a billion stations that are all about, developing on Roblox, etc. I'm just kind of wondering if any of you guys want like a high-level overview of what Roblox is all about. Do let me know that. I'll do my best to cover it in the comments down below. But today's news is 100% about all of these versions of Roblox. They are now going public. And again, it's going to be interesting to see. Do they take the direct approach or do they go with an IPO? Again, there are different things that generally, if you go the IPO route, you're going to definitely make more money, but you're doing that by diluting your share base. So you have to create new shares and sell them to those people, and then when you do that, you get less and less control over the company. Whereas if you just kind of need, a little bit of money, you could sell little bits of your company at a time publicly by going the direct route, but you're not going to make the huge payday like you would otherwise. It's interesting they're taking that approach, but yeah. So that is that. Roblox is amazingly enough looking to be valued at $8 billion. And to be honest, if they go the traditional IPO route, there's no way they don't make that. So they are going to be worth at least $8 billion. And hey, what's money these days, eh? It's just big numbers. So that's it. Let me know what you think. Roblox going public, valuation of $8 billion, and two potential ways to go about it. Also, again, let me know what you think about, just should I do a hands-on guide to Roblox, get some something going that way, or nah? Let me know. Comments down below, and I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.